Welcome to the girls. As always, we have a great show for you, don't we, Nene?
Yes, we do. We have a sound healer with us. It just sounds so good. Sound healer. We're going to be comforted today on the girls.
Oh, calm down.
I know, I have the twitch. I'm like all nervous.
What I want to know is, where's your phone? I always see the phone and the lip gloss on the set.
Oh, those are my staple things. I should get my lip gloss back at least. I was like reprimanded by production, and now I can't use my phone on the air because it disrupts the microphone quality of the audio.
Oh, well, speak up.
So I have an app for everything. Is it really a thing though, technology withdrawal? Because I think I really do get it.
Well, I don't have it because I could go a whole day without even looking at my phone.
And then she'll be like, why didn't you call me? And she checks her phone and
well, I have a landline. Call me on my house phone.
Who in the God's name has a landline anymore?
I do. I have the landline.
Only the old folk.
I'm not an old folk, but I have a house, I have a landline, and then when everybody else doesn't have any cell phone power because the tower went down, I have the phone. So who are you going to call?
Nobody. I'm going to relax. Yeah, I'll call Ghostbusters. They'll answer their phone before my mom.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. So, but technology, I was thinking about it because I usually have all my notes on the phone. I have an app for everything.
Mine are in my head.
Yeah. All your emails are in your head?
I know. I pick up the phone. I talk with people on the phone. I don't have to email them. I like to hear their voice. I like to interact. Talk about sound healing. The sound of my voice, I was told, helps people to relax. So I have a relaxing voice. They could relax and go to the bathroom. That's what I've been told. So dial a Debbie over here if you need to go to the bathroom.
I know, she puts me right to sleep.
I'll put you right to sleep.
Well, from technology to back to the bug bites, if anyone was following the bug bite story.
You have a bug bite still.
No, I want to talk about medicine because, you know, you try to use stuff that doesn't have a lot of chemicals in it and all that stuff. So I had to go on a different kind of cream that was prescribed. So I go to the pharmacy, and Dr. Schleicher's great. He gave me this little coupon. He's like, make sure you use the coupon.
Love coupons.
So I had the coupon, and I'm thinking it was like $5, or I thought it was like going to be like $5 off. So I go into the pharmacy. They get my prescription. I bring it to the front. I look down. Now, thank God I have insurance. But for those of you who may not, $1,102
for cream.
I was like,
what the heck
does
it do?
A misprint or what? So, and I'm sure I'm not shocking those of you who are on medicine because it is very expensive, but I just think it's BS that they can charge $1,100.
How big was the tube?
The tube is, I posted it on our Facebook page. It was about this big. I ended up paying, I think my copay was $5 or $10. But if I didn't have the coupon with me, I would have had to pay for it.
So now wait.
I think
$1,100, you pay $10. What did the insurance company pay for that?
Well, they had to pay the rest.
Oh my God.
I guess.
So what did it do for you?
It didn't do anything because I used it one time. But if I paid, I would have had to give it back and say I can't afford it. Who's going to pay $1,102 for a thing of cream this big? It's supposed to anti-itch.
Okay, so did it work?
Well, I don't have any bug bites, but I used the antibiotic, which was a 6-day thing. Remember, I was on the steroids. But again, $1,102, I almost like had a fit over that.
Well, hopefully that's going to be straightened out a little bit. But the drug companies, we need them. But here again, when they set those prices, they're not for the average person that can afford them. I mean, I know the price that's built in there is for the research and for people who can't afford them, so they spread the cost out and about, and then everybody gets to share it. And unfortunately...
No, it's greed. I think it's definitely greed, and it's definitely to balloon the price because they know they can get it from the insurance companies. Now, if you have insurance, I feel they should bill the drug company, but if you don't have insurance, I mean, it should at least go on what your salary is. Say maybe your salary, like they do when they tax you at the end of the year, or how they do your taxes, or how much you get back. It should go off of something like that. And I'm sure someone at home's disagreeing with me.
I want to know how much the medicine costs in the first place. How do they just pick $1,100?
Let's make that $1,100. Let's make that $1,500. And this top copay of just $1,500 right here on the girls. This is special we have going on.
Oh my God. Well, In this day and age, Janine, the prices have skyrocketed with everything. You don't know how the seniors get along because everything went up, yet their income stayed the same.
They save their whole life, and then what do? They have to go into a nursing home, and all their money gets sucked away through paying for that instead of them being able to enjoy themselves and go on trips. They have to, use their money to pay to live.
Well, speaking of which, Dad and I found the great insurance at Ravello Insurance.
Oh.
We went up there to start comparing prices, and we found out that there is an extended care insurance. So we bought that insurance maybe 2 years ago. And what that is so when I get old someday, you and Sammy won't have to worry if I need to go to an extended nursing facility, any kind of facility. It pays for either in-home or you could go to a facility and it pays for all of that. So it's an insurance for my old age.
Yeah, so definitely shop around for your insurances.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you like my necklace?
I do like that.
How pretty is this? We love anything that's unique.
Oh, it's so light.
It is light, and I was shocked because I normally don't wear necklaces, and I hate the pulling because of heavy things. But our guest, who is Melanie Malia, makes these, and there are little sayings on the back, and mine says, "I am enough."
I am enough.
I'm probably too much, more than I am more than enough. I guess.
You're never enough.
I'm over the top, but anyway, Melanie's here, and I met Melanie when she did a sound healing event at Eagle Rock Resort, and she's amazing. Her mom's amazing too, a mother and a daughter, but her mom couldn't make it today.
So she doesn't just make jewelry; she also is a sound healer.
Yes, she's a sound healer. She's an artist, and she's a kundalini yoga instructor. I love that word.
Kundalini.
It's like making the macaronis. Rigatonis.
Rigatonis. Kundalinis.
All right, so I'm done now. So I'm done on all my rants, and I'm still. Can I use my phone during break? Production.
But then you're gonna have to get up and disrupt the whole set. All right, well, stay with us. We have more craziness of Janine and her mom.
I'll be back.
We'll be right with you.
Hey guys, we're back, and you're watching The Girls on SSP TV, and we're here at the Residence Inn by Marriott, and we have an awesome show planned for you. If you're just tuning in, we have Melanie Malia. I knew I was
Malia.
Potato, but
Exactly.
It's Melanie Malia, and we actually met through Eagle Rock Resort when you were doing a sound healing event, and we're going to talk about that later.
Okay.
But first of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And you do a lot of different things, and the artwork that you do is amazing.
Thank you.
So tell us about yourself.
So I am a sound healer, a kundalini yoga teacher, and an artist. And my art is my newest venture, so I'm pretty into it right now.
Now you mentioned yoga. What kind of yoga?
Kundalini yoga.
What kind of yoga is that?
So it's kind of a weird kind of yoga because you're doing a lot of mantras and very interesting hand movements and mudras. So you use mudra, meditation, kriyas, and you mix it all together, and it creates this very powerful yoga that it can get you very happy very quickly. So within 3 minutes, you can just change your complete mood, like really quick.
I'll have to look into
I think
that.
all women can do that.
I think
right?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's great for everything. So it's great for abundance. It's great for creating bigger, better radiance in your body and everything that surrounds you. So
Your core.
it
Does help
affects
your core?
everything. Yeah, it affects everything. It's amazing.
Okay.
So we'll talk about that more maybe in the next break, because we'll be talking about the sound healing and showing you all kinds of different instruments. But let's hit on the artwork that you do.
Right, it's so
Sure.
You have a
beautiful.
very active Instagram page, and that's where I saw your artwork, because I went there trying to find Melanie after I left the event that I was out for the sound healing, and I was like, oh my God, she does art too. So it's resin art. What is resin art?
So resin is a two-part. I use an epoxy resin, so it starts out as liquid, and then when you mix them together, it creates a solid. So it's super magical, in my opinion. And I crush crystals, selenite and kyanite, and I mix it in with all my pieces, because I consider it healing art. And people feel it. Like when I set up my stand at festivals, people come, they get drawn in, and they say, wow, I felt something here. And I think it's the crystal energy. And I also play mantras and I tune in and I pray before I start painting, because I feel like you need to be in I'm just a channel for this to come through. Same thing with the sound healing. You know, we're all just channels for source to come through. So you want to have a clear field. So I meditate, I tune in, I pray, and then I call in angels, I call in spirit animals, and I call in guides to show up in my paintings. So a lot of people see different things when they look at it.
Right, and
so,
you know what, sitting here as you're describing that, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, like every piece of art, artwork that hangs on the wall, any piece that's created by anyone, everybody sees it differently.
Yep.
Now some people will say, well, now how could they spend $100 million for that painting? Because people don't appreciate that piece of art or whatever it was. So it's not the actual effect that you're not looking for everybody to see the same thing, are you?
That's the beauty of abstract art, is you get to form it in whatever makes sense to you. So yeah, that's what I like about it, because I've never been a realist when it comes to painting and drawing. I always just splatter things, and I like the way that it shows up.
So you do a lot of different things. We have the necklaces, which they're so light. I would think that they would be heavy, but you have the necklaces, and on the back of all of your pieces, you actually have sayings.
Yeah, so they're all I am statements. So if I feel like whatever you're drawn to, I'm going to have you guys pick a magnet as well, but whatever you're subconsciously drawn to, because people have it out in front of them, you pick it up and you flip it over and there's a message. So it's either something that you get to embody or something that you already embody. So just
like
a
a
reminder.
fortune cookie.
I wish
in
I
a
could say
sense.
that. Just like
Really.
it's so nice to see a positive affirmation in there that I am enough, and that's what this one says, I am enough. And then you gave us these little gifts, which was very nice of you.
These pins.
And these little pins. Now, did you pick out the sayings for each of us, or did
No,
you?
I just picked based on the look of it.
Okay, and
and
this one
then-
says caring. And then there's a number underneath. Is that?
Oh, that was just because I was giving them away at a trade show.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
they were giveaways.
So
and I
cute, though.
that.
And you can wear that as a pin. You can wear it as a nose ring. Anything
Oh.
you
Or
want.
an earplug.
Earplugs.
Well, yours has caring, and I'm
Mine says
daring,
caring.
daring Debbie.
Caring and
The
daring.
colors in here are so pretty.
love
And
it.
you mentioned about the crystals that you put in. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but they do sparkle. There's an iridescence about each of them, and
Very
they sort of
nice.
look like I'm looking into the universe. It's like almost like the Milky Way or something in there,
Exactly.
and it's really, really pretty.
That's the vibe that I was going for, because I'm so inspired by the cosmos. So,
Well, you reached it, and then inside my bag also was a crystal.
yep.
So what is this? Is this quartz?
That's just a quartz crystal. I don't crush that up because it's too hard, but I crush selenite and kyanite, which are softer. But this is good to charge near wherever you put your painting or your coaster or your trivet. You can set crystals next to it, and I feel it charges it up even more.
And there's some sage in the bag as well.
I love the coaster. These are so nice because they sit off the table and you could like slide them around. You know, some coasters, they stick. So how did you come up with what you were going to be? Oh, I am thankful. That's very nice. I am thankful. How did you come up with what types of art you were going to make, or did you want them for people to use in their homes?
I just wanted it to be functional, so people can actually use it. And I mean, I have paintings as well that you can just hang on the wall, but I thought it would be more fun if you could just actually carry the trays around with drinks on it when you have a dinner party, and it's a conversation piece.
I was just going to say that. You bring this to a table and it's not your average piece. It's original too. So someone's going to say, "Oh my gosh, that's beautiful."
No two alike.
So no two alike, and these are nice gifts for Christmas. Very nice. All right, well, we're going to heal the body with sound, and what a great event. My friend said, come to Eagle Rock. All you have to do is bring a pillow, wear baggy clothes, and bring a blanket. You have to do nothing.
Wow. That's
Amen, I'm there. An hour and a half. Absolutely. So you'll hear about it, and it's good for your body, it's good for your soul, and we have Melanie Malia with us. And I want to call her Malia because she looks like Malia. You know what I mean? I always call her by her last name too, Malia.
And look at this beautiful hair. My God, it's so gorgeous. All right, well, stay with us. We're over here looking at all the beautiful art. When we come back, we're going to have some sound healing for you. Now that we have your attention with the gong,
yes,
that was amazing. It's, to me now, does it sound different each time? Do you have a special tune that you play, or is it just all freeform?
I think it's a certain, I guess it's a bunch of different notes. They build on each other, and I feel like different voices or sounds come out depending on the people that are around. So when I play my instruments in a group setting, there's some sounds I've never heard before.
Well, I don't know if you heard in the beginning. To me, it almost sounded like a herd of elephants starting to come through the field. Didn't you hear that?
When you did this, I've been to 2 of your sessions. The first one, you're right, it wasn't in a different setting, and there were less people. I was very afraid during this part of it.
Yeah.
I felt very unsafe because you're laying down, your eyes are closed. I don't know. I didn't like it. I felt unsettled by it.
It does do that. It affects everyone differently, but it's such a deep, dark even sound that it stirs a lot of stuff up. Like my grandpa, he didn't like it because it reminded him of World War II and hearing
with the air raids.
Exactly. So it freaked him out. But it is still working regardless if you like it or not. It's still working deep, deep, deep in your body, affecting change and things.
Well, let's talk about music in general. I always feel better when I'm playing music. And there's all different kinds of music, and different types of music makes me feel in different ways. But these particular notes and vibrations, the sounds, sometimes my hair just stands on edge. So it's almost like like being electrocuted. It's like all the things that are going through the air are picking this up, and they resonate for so long that it just, I don't know, it just affects your body.
Now these are the bowls.
Yep, Himalayan or Tibetan bowls. And those are great. Sometimes I lay those on the backs of my people that I'm working on or my friends and just hit it, and it's a massage basically, and it feels so good.
And is that all you do, is hit it like as much as you want?
Sometimes people go around it, but I don't like that as much for some reason. I just like tinging it a little bit.
Because you want the vibration, because that's what actually stirs up the emotion, right?
Yeah, and I think when you spin it around, it's great. I maybe need to look more into that, but I just like I said, I just like the ting. To me, it just feels good.
How do you feel doing that? Does that affect you too, the act of doing that? And then the vibration, does it go back into you, or what?
Once the vibration is out, it's out for infinity. It'll keep going, it'll reach in all directions.
When you first did this, when you were showing us the instruments, when I first showed up to do the event, it was the bowl that you hit first, and I'm thinking, oh my God, you can just feel the emotion. I can't explain, you have to like feel the vibration. It's almost kind of, if you ever felt like an earthquake, you feel that under you, and you're like, I don't know, it just stirs up emotion. Like I said, with the gong, I was petrified. I actually opened my eyes at one point because I almost felt like I was falling into the floor, if that even makes sense. But it was an unsettling feeling, which I know you said you go through those emotions. It could be things you're dealing with at work or your personal life too, but it did stir up those emotions. But then when you did these, I was refreshed, and it was like amazing.
Yeah, some people resonate more with different instruments. Like I'm going to play this one. This is a crystal singing bowl. And some people like these more because they're more, I don't know, not as intense. Because the gong is very intense.
That's raising me off my seat.
You must be really sensitive. Because
she is very sensitive.
You're picking up the vibrations.
Yes.
This is called a practitioner bowl, and you can actually run this over people's bodies. And sometimes it'll make a different tune where there's something that needs to be worked on. So when you...
On my head.
Sometimes you can hear it.
You hear it?
Oh, you definitely need to be worked on up here.
Oh, we knew that without the...
My sinuses are blocked and they're all in your head.
Stick your face in it.
Hello.
That is hysterical.
Hello.
I was just, when you did that, I was like, that's a nice wine glass.
Yeah.
don't
I
you
was
think?
thinking that too. I'm like,
Wow, I had one glass of wine tonight.
And then all your problems go away.
exactly.
And you don't even know your problems, they're just gone.
Exactly.
And then, what do we have here?
These are
Oh, I
really
won't let you
cool.
do
So
this.
this guy makes these, they're called free notes metallophones, and he makes them so they're all the same, in the same key, so we can just play together and it sounds great. He makes these for playgrounds, and he makes them on a very big, large scale, so the little kids just, and adults are free to express themselves, and it all sounds good. It doesn't sound bad.
It reminds me of being in Florida in Epcot with, what was it? That area where they have all the music and you go in and they have all different
Use your hand
kids
to
love
read.
it. And even
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the adults, it's just a big play area of musical tunes
I must be
and
a big
vibration.
kid because I love this.
Yeah, it's dreamy. You want to try it?
Dreamy.
I don't know if that, maybe those mallets would be better for that one. Yeah, try the other mallets.
Just love that. It's almost like having a chime outside your house.
Yes, this is what it reminds me of.
We are running out of
wind
time,
chimes.
so we need to get to a couple more of these instruments.
No, that's definitely outside.
Yeah,
Wind chime.
these are fun. These are very dreamy too.
I loved when you played that. I could vividly remember what I was feeling when you played all of these.
Oh, and listen to this one.
This one was amazing. It was like almost being around people that are from that had passed away, like my grandmother, and like this brought back to me, you know, that.
It's dreamy and fairy
Dreamy.
tale like.
Yeah.
Now, when you picked that up, it reminded me of the rain.
Yes, it's
sounds like rain.
actually called an ocean drum.
Oh, okay.
So it's very watery,
Oh, yeah, it's like a rainstorm.
very loud.
I could just visualize the waves crashing against the coast. Wow,
That one at
that's
first
cool.
too, I was kind of freaked out, but then as I pictured myself like near the water and hearing the waves, it was kind of, you know, I guess I like more of the lighter, crystally sounds.
Yeah, because it is stirring something up inside you that maybe
Yeah.
you're just like, I'm good.
Oh,
You know,
there
but
you go.
it's not as pleasing to the ears, I wouldn't think, as something like that.
And when your eyes are closed, it's a whole different experience. But again, it's called sound wave, where production is wrapping us up like this.
I know, there's
gonna
never
fly
enough
away with
time.
those
We
two
just
fingers.
Talk and talk and talk. But I'm definitely going to come to one of your classes. And where do you have your classes?
I hold them
Everywhere.
all over the area, different yoga studios. If anyone's interested, they can contact me, and I could do privates in any yoga studio, any place. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's Melanie Malia.
Malia.
And she is on Instagram, and she also has a website, right? You have a website here, and you can check that out. It's Activating Hearts.
That's my website is stillwatersanctuary.org.
Oh, okay. Okay, what's this one then?
Activating Hearts is the name of my
Okay.
business.
So your artwork is on there.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And then we can find you on the website as well,
Yep.
or connect with her on Instagram. But this was amazing, and I'm thankful that you decided to come on the show.
Thanks
with
for
us.
having me. You guys are awesome.
We loved it, honey. Let's go out with
I
a
am
little
enough. Says so right there.
fun. We'll take you out with some sound.
Make
See
you
you
fall
next
asleep.
time.
Bye.
I'm going to go for a nap. We'll see you next time.